Hey guys, Eric here. I just wanted to give you a quick update here on Sunday, the last day of the event. And I know you guys that are seeing this video weren't able to make it, but you made that commitment to me that you are going to be at the next event. Now, the commitment I made to you was that I was going to message you as soon as the next event tickets went live, tell you where it is, where to sign up, and all that stuff. And you may have noticed that I did not do that. Well, there's a specific reason for that, and I want to spend a few minutes talking about where I see our team going, where I see everything going, because it's really important. One of the things that I love about Dave Wood, who owns Empower Network, is when he comes up and gives a talk, he's very honest. He'll talk about the challenges the company's had. He'll talk about what he was thinking, how he was feeling, and he's always brutally honest, which I really appreciate. So I wanted to come on here and do the same thing for you guys. Now, I want to quickly tell you a few amazing things I've got out of this so far in terms of not necessarily strategies, but specific things you need to know. I am going to tell you what they decided to do for the next event, quote unquote, and then what I've decided is the best course of action for our team based on what I've heard here. And you're going to understand how this all works in a second. The first thing, and a lot of you will be excited about this because almost all of you are still in your first 5 sales, is there is no longer pass-up sales. So if you haven't even made any sales, there are no pass-up sales. You will never have a personal sale that you don't make a commission on. Now, it's going to work a little bit different. There's zero chance I'm going to be able to explain to you how the new compensation plan works right now. It's still based off of the same 70%, but it's distributed in a different way. And I'm not talking about the club levels. I'm talking about the percentages you get when different people join based on certain income levels that you've hit and all this stuff. In the end, as long as you're getting people in, you will earn so much more money this new way. It's not even funny. So you say, okay, Eric, I understand what you're saying. What do I have to focus on? Here's all you have to focus on. You have to focus on becoming a boss, which means you get 5 sales in a month. 5 sales in a month, and then you have to help one person on your team get 5 sales in a month. That's the first thing to focus on, period, end of story. And there's so many ways to help you do that, which I've learned this weekend, and I'll teach at a later point. The next thing is there's the income levels. There's the bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, all that stuff. And when you achieve those levels, you get more commission. You get a higher percentage on all your sales from the previous month. So they've set it up in a way that incentivizes you to get to the next level, kind of like those of you who worked with me in direct sales. There was always, when you were a manager, there was always a bonus if you hit certain levels. They don't have that here, so there's no incentive to drive the end of the month. There's no incentive to drive your members to upgrade. There's no incentive to drive your members to hit a certain number by the end of the month. And now we're bringing all of that element into it. So it's super exciting. No more passive sales. Now, percentages of each sales could get passed up, not passed up, but let's say someone is not at a certain level and they make a sale. They're going to get a base commission no matter what. And if they're not qualified at a certain point, then a certain percentage of the sale will go to whoever is qualified in the upline. So there still is that element of it, but there's never a situation on any sale forever that you bring in somebody that you will not get money for that, including the subscription sale. So you will get for every person you bring in on the monthly subscriptions, every person will be on your team and will make you money month over month. So it's pretty cool. So that's exciting. So the announcement that they made is there will be no live event in January for everybody. They're going to do a leadership retreat in some undisclosed tropical location, and anyone who achieves over $10,000 a month in November or December will go automatically. And then anyone who is in the top 50 in signups and have people that sign up to watch the live stream of this event will get to go as well. Now, here's where I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys and not make some sales pitch or something like that. When I heard that, I said, you know what, that sounds like a cool concept overall for the entire company. And why? Because they're trying to make it global. They're also trying to get 5 or 10 or 15,000 people at the next event where they're going to launch what's called Project Titan. If you haven't heard of Project Titan is this project that they're working on. That's not the real name of it. It's a fake name so that no one goes and steals what we're doing. But Empower Network is trying to make a community where they have this project where they're basically creating their own version of, say, like the App Store. So you go in and there's all these different apps. Well, it's not going to be apps, it's going to be programs. So there's going to be thousands and thousands of programs in there that actually help people either succeed at this business or succeed at other businesses. And you're not necessarily looking for people that are looking to make money in this business, although some of them will turn around and do it. But if you have people out there in any industry that are looking for resources to help grow their business, you say, hey, you could go over there, or just go over here. And when they buy, you get a commission because you're the affiliate. So now all of a sudden it's a mass market product that anyone who's involved in business, and even people outside of business, would be interested in it. So now you don't have to make a sales pitch to your friends or family or people that you meet in a casual conversation. You know, they're trying to grow their business, they're trying to get more influence, they're trying to grow a personal brand. You say, hey, you know what? That's great. I was struggling with that, but you know, I went to these guys. They have all kinds of resources, and now you're not pitching a system. You're just saying, here's a great spot for you to be able to get the resources you need to be able to do what you want to do, and you make a commission on it. So that's super exciting. That's coming down the line, and that's going to be separate from all the products that there are now. You're still going to build your teams. You're still going to build commission, but if people just want to buy stuff that's going to help them grow their own businesses or build their personal brand, there's going to be resources for that, and you get a commission. So that's super exciting, and they're all trying to build having a huge group of people at the following event. So that's what went through my head first. The second thing that went through my head is I said, I don't like this idea for my team, for our team. I say, what does our team really need? Our team really needs for each of us to meet each other. Now, I know all of you. There's a few of you I haven't met, but most of you I know, but you know, have met before, but not all of you. So it's like our leadership of our personal team needs to meet. They need to meet each other. They need to create that bond. They need to get to know each other for many different reasons. One, because we're all like-minded people and can really learn from each other. Two, you always want to make your allegiance to your own team and not to the system that you're a part of. And you know, I love Empower Network. I plan on being here for a long, long time, and I hope you are too. But the fact that they kind of threw a curveball and kind of went through this whole different idea is great, and overall it makes sense. But then I started to think, do I really want to be at the whim of what one particular company is doing to decide what I'm going to do for the next 2 or 3 months in terms of my schedule and my planning and all this stuff? And that's where actually Brian and Rhonda's Unstoppable Masterminds came from. They love Empower Network, they love iPass, but they said, I want to make sure our allegiance is to people on our team is to us and not to Empower Network, because they're going to do what they're going to do and we're going to fit within that, but we want to make sure that our allegiance is to us. So that's why I came up with another idea for many, many different reasons. So I said, you know, we all need to meet, we all need to, you know, create that group, because the other thing is there is this leadership event which you will either go to because you'll qualify for $10,000, right? You'll sell $10,000 in the month and you'll qualify to go. Or if you don't go, you're at your house watching it on the live stream, right? And that's great, but you're by yourself. The other idea they came up with was you meet with people in your local area and you actually watch it with them. Now, in theory, that sounds like a cool idea. But again, with where our team is, what do I want? I want us bonding together. You know, as cool as it would be to say, you know, there's a bunch of people in Mexico, or there's a bunch of people in New Jersey, or there's a bunch of people in Rhode Island, or there's a bunch of people in Florida, or whatever, go over their house. I'm not sure that I really want you guys like going into someone's house, that someone who's not really following the program in Empower Network, and sitting there watching the live stream with them, building a relationship with someone if you don't even know what they're doing, and that. Do you guys follow what I'm saying? So the thought that I had, and this instantly went through my head, and if you listen to Dave Wood, he says when he has an idea, an inspired idea, he runs with it. He says, there's a reason this idea came to my head. So my first thought is, the leadership event is cool. It's a great idea. But not having a live event in 3 months, I don't like. And for where our team is, it's more about bonding with us and creating us as partners. You know, so those of you I'm reaching out to right now, you're someone who's at one of the higher levels, and you're also someone who's really into personal development and someone I could see being a partner for a long time. Why do I say partner? Well, in the new way the system works, yeah, I'm still your sponsor, but with the Uniline, because we're all planning on getting to $10,000 a month at some point, right? That's the whole vision of, you know, when you unlock these bonuses. If you're planning on doing this, we're now on the same team, because when everyone brings in a new member, it keeps going in the same down the line, right? So we're trying to work together to have all of us create sales and all of us get to that $10,000 level. When we do that, we unlock all kinds of bonuses and create the life that we want to live. So I look at you guys as partners. So then I say to myself, okay, so what does that mean? And I say, well, all of us were planning on going to a live event in January. We're all planning on paying $147 for a ticket, and we're all planning on paying 50 to 70 bucks a night for 3 nights to be able to get a hotel room, but we're probably rooming with 2 or 3 people, and maybe we don't know them, or maybe they're not motivated, or maybe they're not whatever. And I said, you know what? I also have shared with some of you that I want to put on my own live event in 2016, and I was planning on waiting till October to do that. But then I said, you know what? Again, this whole point is I want to create a group of like-minded people that are interested in freedom, personal development, all this stuff, and you guys are that group at the moment, right? So I said to myself, well, why don't we just start there? The Unstoppable Masterminds, do you know how many? The Unstoppable Masterminds started 2 years ago in Orlando. Do you know how many people came to that? 8. And how many people were at the last one? 75. So it's not about creating this huge event, and that's what I was thinking about for October, this huge personal development event and all this stuff. But I'm not really in a position where I'm targeting so well the people that I would want to have there, which are you guys. So then I said to myself, we all decided that we're going to, even beforehand, we decided we were going to spend 150 and 150 and 300 bucks and a plane ticket, and we were going to go somewhere and do something. And we were all going to bring one person. So then I came up with the idea, which was partially created by you guys. It was created by Rob had this idea, Mallory had part of this idea, Isabel had part of this idea, Meg had part of this idea. And what I said was, when we go to the next event, what if we rented out a house, and around the event we mastermind to try to, you know, create that bond and do all this stuff or whatever. So now there's no live event. So now what I said is, what if we just do this? We have an event, we have it somewhere warm because it's going to be January. We rent out a house. I rented the house, and what we start is we take the cost of the house, and we take what we were going to spend, $300 each, and we get a room, we get a place for 3 days, and we get the best place that we can, dividing the costs among the 4 or 5 of us that are actually committed to going already. And then what we do is, remember we say we're all going to bring someone. So then what we do is, since the cost is paid for with us, there's no chance that I'm going to be on the hook for extra money. And then what we do is, when you bring one person, I'll give you half your money back. When you get 2 people, I'll give you all your money back. And then we mastermind in this house with 10 or 15 people, and we create this bond. We create this bond of relationship. We create this bond of having a great time. And what we do is, we have an event that's half personal development, half online marketing business. And what we do is, I have each of you teach the best stuff that you have learned about personal development, leadership, law of attraction, whatever you want to teach. You'll each have a talk. And then I'll teach the best stuff I've learned from being in Tony Robbins' $65,000 a year platinum partnership. Would you like to know that stuff? Stuff's not in my book. I haven't taught it to anybody, which I should have, but I haven't taught to anybody since I've joined. And this stuff will literally blow your mind. And I'm going to teach that. And then on the business side, what I'm going to teach is, I'm going to teach how to really create the branding. I'm going to teach the latest stuff about Instagram that we have based on what's going on. And then I'm going to teach Facebook ads, because outside of that, there's a bunch of other stuff, and obviously blogging relates to that. So we're going to be really specific on 3 or 4 things there. You guys are each going to have a talk, you know, related to the best stuff you've ever learned in personal development from your sales background or your coaching or anything you have. And we're going to do that there. And then we're going to bring 5 to 10 more people, and we're going to be in this house, we're going to mastermind, and we're going to create our core team that's going to bring us into the future, because our vision was one person, you know, each of you at the next event, and bring one person. So we're just going to do it ourselves, because I love Empower Network. I love what they're doing. I plan on making a ton of money here, but I'm not going to leave my future and the time and the schedule and all that stuff to the whim of what they are doing. You guys with me? I mean, I'm fired up about this. I mean, I've wanted to put on a live event for a long time, and we're just going to do it. And you guys already committed to doing this, so we're just gonna do it. I'll talk more about the contest and how to get to $10,000. We're not going to do it the same days as the event, so that you can watch the live stream. You can also qualify to go. And if you go, it won't interfere. And then you say, well, Eric, if I come to this live event with you, and then like a week later, a week before, I'm also going to this, retreat. What about my job? If you're making $10,000 a month, what do you think you can do? You guys know what I'm saying, right? So if you're coming to my event and our event, it's our event, it's not mine, it's ours. And you spend the $300 plus a flight to go, you already have that booked, and then all of a sudden you qualify for $10,000 and you go to leadership event, and now you're saying, I'm going to be away from my job for 2 straight weekends. Well, you made $10,000 in 1 month, plus what happens the next month? $10,000 a month, plus you qualify for the leadership bonus from all the people in your downline. How much money at a minimum did you probably make that month? $15,000, $20,000? Are you still worried about taking off 2 weekends in a row from your job? Probably not. So here's the deal. I know you guys wanted clarity. You want to know when things are going to be, where they're going to be, all this stuff. They don't even know when or where the leadership event is going to be, so unfortunately I can't tell you that. All I can tell you is I will do another video in a couple days explaining more about the leadership, more about the commissions, more about all this stuff. Here's the only thing you need to do. You need to make a commitment on your mind, because we're not going to have a sales page or anything like that for the event we're going to do. Just make a commitment that you said you were already going to do it, so you're coming. And we're going to put on our own event. There's going to be no extra costs where somebody's making money off whatever. It's just $300. And we're going to run our own event, and it's going to be the same $300 you're going to spend anyway for a ticket and for a room, except you're probably going to have your own bed and potentially your own room within a house. And we're going to do it probably somewhere in the South. Haven't decided yet based on where Meg and I are going to be and what we're doing. Just know it'll be in the late January, early February area, so try to keep those open. I'll try to know specifically as soon as possible when we're going to do it and where we're going to do it so that you can start sharing it. And then the last thing is, the first thing is to try to get people on your team to come. I know many of you just got your first people on your team, but you're also allowed to potentially invite people that aren't in the business, and by the end of the weekend, they'll be in the business. So if you have someone that is curious and would be really excited to do it and really trust you and would love to learn some great personal development stuff, bond with people, and learn how to make their own personal brand, then they can come to the event as well, even if they're not in Power Network when they show up, because they probably will be by the end of the event. So if you have someone like that as well. So now I rambled on. I got to head over to the all-in day of the live event, but that is my plan. That is what we're going to do. I'm going to get more details on that for you guys, so sorry for the confusion. All you have to do right now is in your own mind say, I'm going to do this event with Eric. We're going to rock it out because we're going to do it anyway. And I was going to go to some other event, so we're going to do this together. We're going to bond. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to do our vision, which is come to the next live event, which is our own event, and bring somebody with you. And that's still the vision for the next 90 to 100 days. And we're going to roll with it from there. And we're going to fulfill one of my goals for 2016, which is having my own live event. And you guys are going to be part organizers of it and be able to speak and be a part of it and start to build our team. And what it's going to happen is those 5 or 10 extra people that come are going to be allegiance to us, so that when they trust us and come to the next event, they already have a bond with 10 or 15 other people, and now we have already a big team that's coming to the next event. So that's what we're going to do. Last thing, I'm going to tell you a secret. Only one of you on here actually know this, and this is a very exciting secret, but you cannot repeat it, and you cannot, do you hear me, put this on Facebook. The other reason it is so important that we have a bonding event together in January or February is there are very few reasons why I would ever miss a live event. I don't have a job right now and all that stuff. So that's not an excuse, or money. I always find a way, no matter what. If I was in a jam, I would still find a way. But so, when things change and your perspective changes about what's important to you and where you're going in life and all this stuff, and it's not about you anymore, right? Even if it was kind of about you and you're like, yeah, I want to help people, but I also want to make money and blah, 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 blah. Well, things really changed for Meg and I very recently. So we found out last month that we are we're having a baby. So we're super excited. We're having a baby. The due date is May 19th. And if they keep up with the 3 months, even if it's, you know, whatever, the next event after that could be in late April. I gotta apologize to you guys already. They confused the heck out of me last night. They said something about the fall, or I don't even know. But if there is an event in April, in late April, Meg and I probably won't be going. She can't fly, and I need to be there to support her, which means what? We're partners, and I need you guys to, of course, be getting results, but also be able to be there and to lead our entire team in this event where they could be announcing, you know, this Project Titan, and we need to have our group there. So again, remember the whole Uniline thing? It's like, well, Eric, if you're not there and I'm supporting your team, what do I get out of it? Well, what you get out of it is all those people, all their sales go under you. And when you get to $10,000 in sales, either right now or after that event, the Project Titan, the mass market, all that stuff, now all the stuff you've done to help my team and I've done to help your team, and you've done that, you get a bonus on all of those sales. You guys follow me on that? So we are super excited that we're having a baby. Of course, it changes everything in your life. And so grateful to have that opportunity, and you know, to see what happens. And you know, it's a few weeks too early to be sharing this with everybody. The only reason I'm sharing it with you guys is, again, I see you guys as partners and moving into the future together. And I'm actually wanted to explain to you the 2 reasons why I want to have our own event. And that is the second reason, is I want to create this bond amongst all of us so that everyone's allegiance isn't just to me. So people on my team now look at Mallory, look at Rob, look at Isabel, look at the other people that we create, and see us all as leaders, so that you're someone that you can come to at other events and look up to and create that bond with. So I hope you guys are on board with me. 2016 is going to be an amazing year. You know, we're having our first child, which is super awesome, so everything else is just a bonus. But you know, we are fired up about it. Join me at this next event. I know I don't have a date yet and I don't have a place yet, but we're going to rock it out. It's going to be an absolute blast, and we're going to go into 2016 and absolutely kill it. And we're going to expand this beyond. We're going to, you know, contribute your guys' ideas to things that we do in the future as well. So for now, just make that commitment in your mind. You know, late January, early February event, somewhere East Coast, probably South. You know, $300. And when I get more people, my ticket goes down, because you know, I'm contributing to getting more people. And it's not really about making any money off the event. It's about getting people there, just like Empower Network, to create buy-in so they make sales. And even when someone's on your team, all the sales go in the downline, and it helps all of us. You guys follow? So go out there, live the movie, have a great day, and we'll talk to you real soon.